We gotta call Sherri back. We got a problem here.
Sorry, Otive office is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Sherri Hensley. Sherri Charleston. It's Mark Hensley again. I left you a previous message, and I just listened to an interview you had on some Harvard website about 4 years ago about you were 7 months into the DEI job, and I'm about maybe 30% through the interview. And the reason I'm calling you back is because if you listen to the interview, anybody with an IQ of 140, like me in particular, easily sees that you must have went to the same school as Kamala Harris. I don't know if you fucked your way to the top like she did with Willie Brown or not, but you fucked your way to the top. Not only is Kamala Harris DEI, but she fucked Willie Brown, who's 30 years older than her, had an affair with her. It's proven fact. I'm not making this shit up. I'm in California. Yeah, Kamala Harris, yep, she used her vajayjay to get to the top. And then she was DEI, vice presidential pick, the whole thing. But listen to the whole thing. I got to smoke a lot of weed to listen to it, lady. I'll tell you why. You know what? I know you think you're an intellectual, and I know you think you're smart, but your whole, just your presentation so far is just, look, anybody who's got an IQ less than 100 or 90, it probably sounds impressive, lady. But to a guy with an IQ of 140 like me, who's a top award-winning filmmaker, one of the best in the world at what I do, it's like literally fucking word salad. You're just throwing out a bunch of words, doesn't mean anything. Literally, it's worse than word salad, lady. I'm telling you. I'm not even going to refer to you as doctor because you're not a doctor. You're insane. I'm telling you. You're talking about this stuff. You know what it's like? It's like wait. First of all, you engage in what we call idea laundering. That's a politically correct way of saying you're a plagiarist. Okay, you stole shit from your husband for your dissertation, stole from other people. And I don't understand why people steal the shit when you can legitimately use it and just cite it. I'm surprised. Now I'm convinced that what you went to Columbia, you went to Harvard, whatever. Got your JD, you got a PhD. I'm convinced the only reason you got all this stuff, and it's in African studies too, which is really easy. Let's face it, it's not like math or science, or even English. And I'm not saying you're not smart, but you're not that smart. You know, again, compared to me, you're not smart, lady. Trust me. No, basically, you're throwing a bunch of words together, and there's no, like, when you break down what you're saying in your little speech or this interview you're giving, a presentation to this other woman who's interviewing you and talking with you. This is about 4 years ago. It's on the Harvard Crimson website. You know which interview I'm talking about. It's about an hour long. Literally, lady, there's no, if you start breaking down what you're talking about, it's all just a theory, ideology, and it's using, you leftist Marxists love to change the semantics on words. Diversity doesn't mean exactly what you think it means. See, diversity to you people is, you're trying to pretend diversity is to get more diverse people into Harvard and these colleges, into the institutions, into jobs and stuff. But your diversity really is about it's segregation. It's not about diversity. You're more into segregation. Equity, that's not equality. There's a big difference. You try to use the term equity as if it's equality. It's not. We all know the difference. And then inclusion. That's a cute word, inclusion. It makes it sound like we're inclusive to everybody. Wrong. You're only inclusive to those people who are deemed the oppressed. And since you're viewing Jewish students as oppressors because Israel is quote unquote fighting these fake Palestinian people who are just Arabs in Gaza, guess what? You're not being very inclusive to Jewish students. You're not being very inclusive to older white men like me. How inclusive are you to me? How, wait, you want me to accept some trans person that identifies as a chick when she's biological male or vice versa, but you don't even recognize my identity as a Jew. You don't recognize that I'm indigenous to the land of Israel. Just like, it'd be like me saying you're black and you're indigenous to America. You're not. It's
You are
Africa.
approaching the maximum length for a recording. Finish your recording after the tone.
So it's just your presentation is just it's theoretical ideological bullshit, and with an IQ of 140 plus like mine, it's so easy to realize you're basically just talking nonsense. None of it makes sense when you break it down. There's
You
no
reached the maximum length for a recording.